Here I am with our second favorite summertime vegetable, the Japanese eggplant. I am not even going to attempt to pronounce the scientific name for it, so I'm putting that up on the screen for you. The reason this is our second favorite summertime vegetable is because despite the intense heat that I am currently baking in right now, the eggplant does really well. Just keep it watered and it shoots up. We're not yet appearing to fight lots of pests. It's not appearing to be severely affected by the heat. Like the okra, you just give it water and it springs up and starts putting out flowers, and as long as it gets pollinated, you're getting the vegetables. So we actually have one that is ready to harvest back here. As you'll notice, there are flowers all over this plant. It is doing very well. The bees have been pollinating it nicely. We've got another one behind it and a couple other smaller ones that are coming up over by our watermelon. Right up front here, you'll see we've got a new baby Japanese eggplant that is coming out. Once they get pollinated, if they took, the stem just starts to hang down. It like droops and hangs down quite a bit, and the eggplant comes right out of where the flower was. So there's a little one just starting. We've got another little one around the side that's just starting. And then right back here, we're gonna bring the camera in, is the one that that's ready to harvest. Let's come in and take a closer look and talk about how you know it's time to harvest. Okay, we have come on in pretty close to the plant here. As we go up and look around, you've got blooms everywhere. A second ago, I told you about this new one that's coming out right there. If you look right back there between those leaves, you'll see another one that is starting to come out as well. And yeah, like I said, these are taking nicely. You can see, like I said, they distinctly tell when they get pollinated. This stem just hangs straight down and the eggplant starts to come right out the bottom. Right back here is where we've spotted the one that is ready to harvest. So as we move back some of these leaves, you'll see that one right there. Let me pull it on out. It's being kind of shy behind these leaves. But there we go. Check out that stem. It is a pretty tough stem. But the eggplant itself gets to be, when it's ready, 6 to 8 inches. All right? And I've brought my handy dandy garden measuring tape, I suppose, from DeWalt. Is that a product placement moment? I don't know. We want to go 6 to 8 inches. So I've got right there, and you can see if we put it right on top, we're almost to 7 inches. So we're right in that sweet spot of length. It should have a glossy skin to it at this stage. And I think the lighting on the video kind of shows we do have a good glossy skin going on. So it looks like it's about ready from that as well. And when we harvest it, we want to make sure that we leave a good quarter to half inch of stem up top. We don't want to try to pull this off or just kind of twist it off like you might with a tomato, where they just kind of come right off the stem. The eggplant will not, and the vegetable itself is pretty delicate. And so if you try to just pull it off, that might actually harm the eggplant, not something we want to do. So if we cut it, we just get a knife or scissors. And I like using scissors because I feel like I'm not having to use a serrated edge to like hack up the stem of something or put pressure on it unduly. And let's face it, scissors are two knives put together that work in unison. So, you know, okay, this is a little bit of a bunny trail. Let's go ahead and pull this thing up. Again, we leave about a half inch, quarter to half inch of stem there. Make sure you're not cutting any other branches or leaves or anything on the plant, and cut it. Now let's bring that thing in. Look at that. Definitely a beautiful gloss. We've got a little bit of stem left up top. It is, again, 6 to 8 inches. That's awesome. Now, you might be thinking, wow, that's an eggplant. Again, this is a Japanese eggplant. It's not like the wider, fatter eggplants that you see in the store. These are intentionally supposed to be longer, thinner eggplant. They're a little bit more mild, delicate of a flavor than your regular, stronger eggplants. So, you know, it's, yeah, different use cases, different cooking use cases. We just happen to like this variety, so we planted it. But there you go. That is harvesting and the things to look for when you're ready to take off one of the Japanese eggplants from the plant. I hope that was helpful. Hope that clears things up when you're curious about when to harvest your Japanese eggplant. That is a beautiful looking eggplant. I am excited about cooking this one up. You want to not prune, you want to harvest once or twice a week. The more you harvest, although you don't want to do it too often, but if you harvest on a regular basis, it will encourage the plant to keep producing more and more vegetables, and that's of course what we want, a higher yield, right? So once or twice a week, come out, see if there's anything to be harvested. Make sure that you're not letting them get too mature. Of course, as plants have vegetables or they themselves become too mature and don't get harvested on time, it discourages more growth. And again, make sure you're not trying to twist these off or do this like you do with a tomato. These are very strong stems and they will damage the top of the vegetable. When you store them, make sure you put them in a very cool place, preferably in a refrigerator, and cook pretty soon after harvesting. These are not a vegetable that's going to hang out in the refrigerator for 2 weeks and really be doing well. They need to be cooked fairly soon after you harvest. So harvest them, put them in the fridge for temporary quick storage, and then make sure that you cook them up pretty shortly afterwards. Thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful, and I hope we will see you back here on the next Misadventures in Gardening.